Welcome to the Motocross Supercross Podcast.
What's up, and welcome to the Motocross Supercross Podcast, MXSX Podcast. This is Adam here, and I'm joined by Claudio.
What's up, what's up?
Who just got back from Colombia.
That's right.
And what do you got here? You got a new computer, and it's all in Spanish.
I know. I mean, it's not really in Spanish, just the keyboard's in Spanish, but the settings, it's weird because the setting is in English, so it's just a little weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to figure that stuff out.
Believe me,
but,
I'm not even.
So Happy New Year, man.
I know. What's up?
Not too much. I've just been down here. I'm in Orlando right now, and you're in Colombia, but Tampa mostly.
That's right. Florida boys.
Now they got a Supercross this year, finally.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, finally get it back, over to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium.
Yeah, so we'll have to make our way over there for that one.
February 24th, right?
Oh, is that what it is? I have the schedule here somewhere.
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be really good. And then that's also one of the amateur days, too, the new things they added.
Oh, that's right. They're doing it kind of like they do Daytona every year, right?
Yeah, actually, let's get into a bunch of the new changes this year. Not only is it a new year, the new season, but...
That's right. I'm ready, man. Are you ready for this? I mean...
Yeah, I'm pretty ready. I've been waiting since, last Supercross season.
Yeah,
which I thought ended pretty good, kind of.
I mean, it was... Jigs.
Marvin kind of letting Dungey pass him for the...
I was there. You know that, right? I was at that race.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was at the New York race. And, I mean, I get it, but it's just...
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what teams are for.
Exactly.
That's the advantage of being on a team. But
exactly.
If you're not on the team, then you're obviously going to be pissed.
I mean, there's no I in team, I guess, right?
Yeah, so, I mean...
It was a good night for Muskin, though, that night. He signed a 2-year contract, or extended contract. I'm not really sure how many years. I think it was 2 years.
Do you think this is Musquin's year?
I mean, he dominated. I mean, the end of the year, the preseason. I don't know if we will call that when they do the Euro tour. They do a couple of Supercrosses over there.
Or Red Bull Straight Rhythm. He dominated that.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he did everything.
Yeah, he was. I think he'll do really good this year.
Dominate. He dominated the preseason. At least so far, he won $1 million too. He
just looks so fast. I think all the smart money it goes to Musquin. Just like it went to Dungey before. I think Musquin's kind of taken that role. But I think that Roxon's back, and he was just flying before he got hurt. So
I cannot wait for Roxon. I mean, I really, really hope he stays, healthy throughout the whole season. He looked good. I mean, I've seen a couple videos here and there. He looks good, man. He looks solid. Just he's focused. I hope he comes out with a tux again.
Well, yeah.
hopefully it says "fuck you" on it or something. Like McGregor.
Yeah, he. I wouldn't run it past him. He's definitely something he would do. All right, so let's get into some of these races. So, obviously, the first race, Anaheim won.
Ready.
January 6th.
That's right.
All right. Have you looked at any of these track maps of these?
I saw A1, and it looks pretty sweet. I like it. I mean...
Yeah, I think it looks cool. It's kind of spaced out, though.
It looks simple, not simple, but, it looks good. I like it. I think it's going to flow. It's going to flow good.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be fast.
I think, what they're trying to do here is just keep everyone safe. It's his first race,
Yeah.
Let's not... Ricky Carmichael doesn't, he's not going crazy yet till maybe, I don't know, maybe... round 4 and round, 7 or so.
Well, okay, so yeah, like you said, safe. It looks safe. But whenever you get into round 2, look at this map, Houston. This is just like...
Yeah. Ricky, what are you doing?
You go down left, right. It's just, you just use the entire space they have. They use every single inch.
Good.
So, I mean, that'll be cool. And then you got, because of the start, you got these little, straightaways and at the end of and at the beginning of these little sections. So I think that'll be pretty cool.
Hopefully, they don't have any, people down throughout the race and stuff, because I feel like that will be a pain. Like that will probably
Yeah, like when they have to red flag it and
Yeah.
restart. I don't know. I kind of like those though. It makes it a little more exciting.
just a little restart, just a little fresh start. Hey man, you're just too far ahead. Come on.
Exactly. Okay, so they also have there's some new numbers. Let's see who's got a new number this year.
Florida boy, Malcolm Stewart, running that 27. That Nick Way looks good. I
That's
like
right.
it. I like it. It looks really good. I like
think
it.
he was so fast before.
I mean,
And just no one gave him a ride. I was like, all right, we'll see what happens. If I had the money, I would give him a ride.
hey, just hit me up, Malcolm. No, but seriously, I mean, he's always been a good rider. I think he's got a lot of potential, you know. And it's always good to see your people, you know, kind of go top of the podium.
Exactly. Well, and he was always fast on the 450. I mean, he was really fast on the 250s, but I think he was overlooked on the 450 because he was just he was hauling. And then he would always be up there, and then something would happen, and then he just did terrible.
Some kind of he'll go down or he'll get taken out or something. Yeah.
So another Florida boy, Adam Cianciarulo, he's back to his number 92.
I like that too. I like that a lot. It reminds me, you know, back in the day, whenever over at Quick Track, some of you might remember that track.
Shout out to Quick Track. Well,
yeah,
actually, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Yeah, not shout it. Get shout out.
Yeah, Claudio's dad ran that track over in Lakeland, and I used to work there and hang out there, and all these guys would be coming through.
It was fun. It was definitely a great experience. It was good.
All right, so we got, you know, Ken Roxon, Cole Seeley still in the Hondas, you know, Marvin Musquin, and then Brock Tickle on the KTM.
I mean, he's a solid rider. I mean,
yeah, I mean it's kind of like it was like a wave. Like he was good, and then he's like not so good, and then I think he's like good.
Hey,
so.
If Ricky has faith in him, I have faith in him. All right. I mean, look, he's got you know.
Yeah, I hear you there. And then okay, so Blake Baggett and Benny Bloss on the Rocky Mountain ATV KTM. So Benny Bloss, dude, he's like the giant dude. He's like 7 foot or something.
Yeah.
And he rode good at the outdoors, but he also did really good in the Supercross too. So
what's this? They have a really good team. It's a Yamaha team. They have Barsha and they have Millsaps and Coop.
Yeah, JGR.
Yeah, there you go.
So
they're lined up again, huh?
Well, the thing with that is Barsha wasn't really supposed to be on that team.
Well,
he wasn't signed to that team, but when Millsaps got hurt, he's like filling in for the first 6 races. So hopefully he can hold. I think Barsha's really fast.
Hey,
so.
They have 3 really good riders, so I guess it's up to them to show, you know, who really wants the spot, because you can't have 3 450 riders. But, you know, I'm not Mr. JGR himself.
So Barsha will be running that for at least 6 races, but I don't know. I think he could end up somewhere else if he does good.
We'll see.
Because, I mean, he didn't get a ride this year, so, I mean, there's no guarantees that he's going to do good or he's going to do bad. So we got the West Coast starting up this year.
I know. I know they got someone else's, you know, now that you mentioned the West Coast, our boy over here, well, not our boy, but, you know,
Florida
Starling.
boy.
Yeah, Florida boy, Justin Starling is running new number, new team. He's looking good in the Huskies. I talked to him. He said he loved it. So
Is he doing West Coast?
Yes, I believe so.
Nice. So yeah, that'll be cool to see him. Gotta represent the Florida.
Yeah, don't quote me on the West Coast thing, but
Right.
I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, we'll have to wait kind of a lot. We'll have to wait until the first weekend because all the teams kind of just list their riders as East Coast and West Coast just in case something happens. So you won't really officially know until the 6th who's like in and who's East and who's West. But I mean, it's just another thing you'll have to wait for just to hype it up. So there's also some injuries. Colt Nichols, he's hurt. Chad Reed also got hurt, but I don't know. I think he's gonna ride, man. I don't know.
He's riding. He's riding. I follow him on Instagram, and I mean, he's putting bikes together. You know, he's been riding. He's been posting stuff.
If he can ride, he can race. Isn't that kind of how that goes?
I guess,
There's
yeah.
Chad Reed. So I don't. He's on his own team this year.
That's all. I mean, that's cool. That's really cool. I think he's running Husqvarna too, right?
I'm sure he doesn't think it's that cool.
Why not?
He's paying for it all.
He's winning it all too. I mean, why would you complain?
So I think last year, I don't think he did that great. There was like a couple races that he did. Like
there was
really
a lot of
good.
hype. There was a lot of hype for him.
Well, he is kind of getting old in age. He's the vet. I mean,
hey man, don't mess with the down and under. All right.
I looked up to Chad, man. He was like, whenever I was like young, like he was the guy you had like the poster of.
Yeah. Like I used to have the little bikes, like the little like
little replica bikes.
Yeah. And they had like the little stand and stuff, little toy bikes. They were pretty cool. I used to have Chad Reed's out.
Well, whenever you get a kid, you can get him one.
Yeah. Don't throw me down that there. You know what's really really funny? Well, not really funny because I really like Chet Reed, but he never came by the track. Like he never came to Quick Track. Like
never ever.
Never ever.
I thought he was there one time.
No, never.
No?
Nope.
I know Langston was there.
Yeah,
though,
dude.
Yeah, he'd be there.
We had a pretty good runnings. Like we had a lot of pro riders. It was fun. We had James out there. That will be.
That's right.
James.
I remember when Malcolm used to go out there with Dungy's little brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, does he still ride? I haven't really heard.
I don't really know, but if you do.
Well, speaking of people who aren't riding, Christophe Pourcel announced he's retiring. He's done.
Yeah, I mean, he tried. He
Dude,
tried.
He was the guy. Every single Supercross race, you'd be watching the lap times, and then it'd be the very last lap, and he would just come in and just shoot right to the top.
He was the only one that beat.
He would just put in one fast lap every single week. It seemed like every single week he was doing that.
He was the only one that beat Villapoto in his greatest days. So, right?
Well, so speaking of the lap times for fantasy, you gonna do some fantasy this year?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Well, I think last year we did motocross fantasy and like
motocross.com, wasn't it?
The Rocky Mountain.
Yeah,
one.
Rocky Mountain one. Yeah.
But I think there's another one too, like Moto Dynasty has one.
Yeah, we did the Vital MX one.
Was it the Vital? I think that was just a section of the motocross fantasy. But one thing, we should do them all.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least do a couple of them.
Yeah,
they have some really good prizes like bikes and stuff, and like every week they give out gift cards, like $50, $100, whatever it is. So they have some pretty good prizes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's keep the people coming.
So I've been betting on the football.
Okay.
So I'm kind of into I'm down for some fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And I actually won some money.
Yeah,
too,
that's what I was
a
gonna ask.
decent amount.
you doing good? You doing all right?
Yeah, it was like I had like week like 4, 5, and 6. Like I did like really good, but I haven't really done too well since then. But I guess that just means I got to win it back through the
playoff.
Well, yeah, I definitely got to hit those playoffs up, but then I'll win it back through the Supercross fantasy.
Hey, can't win them all then.
That's right. Gannon Audette never really got to the top, but he also announced he's retiring. He's a Florida guy too, I think.
Who's that?
Pretty sure Gannon Audette.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he never really. He was fast. I think he did better in the outdoors, but he had some good Supercross races and just calling it quits early. It's You can only get hurt so many times.
yeah. You gotta know.
That's why that's why I don't ride anymore.
You gotta know when to call it a day.
That's right. Are you gonna ride again? Maybe.
I doubt it. Really doubt it. I'm married now and stuff, and other priorities. I would love to have a bike though. Believe me, I would love to go out there.
Yeah,
but I
want to get a bike and just like make it like super badass, like
and
just customize it the hell out of it.
Just be that one guy.
Just like keep it clean and stuff. Like maybe go to the race and just have it sit on the stand, just all clean.
Yeah. Just be like that one guy that has like the best gear and stuff, but you're just like super slow around the track. You gotta look good.
Exactly.
I feel you.
Yeah. It was like, well, if I fall over, not only like could I get hurt, but I would get the shit all scuffed up.
Yeah, you're gonna get dirty, bro.
Can't have that happening. So one team that I was looking at that looks really cool, and just because I like him a lot, is Josh Hansen's team. Him and Matt Bisceglia. It's just like he started his own team.
Okay.
And it's the team. It's called Nut Up LVN 100 Suzuki. I mean,
Like nut up, like NUT.
yeah, Nut
Nice.
Up, man. Like, I think that's badass.
It's pretty funny.
Just for that, I'm definitely gonna be pulling for him.
I mean, that's I can definitely see him doing that though. Like,
But he struggled last year too, so
eh.
let's see if we can get the nut up right there at the top, you know.
Get a, you know. Oh man.
So there's also some new changes that happened this year.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of new rules. Not rules, but changes in the point system.
Yeah. They're trying to keep it like more competitive and stuff, so you don't get more like the distance between like first and like fourth place was like a bunch of
5
points,
points,
or
6
something.
points. Yeah.
So now they're just trying to keep it close. So
That's
like,
awesome. That's good. That
Yeah,
you know,
I always want that last race to come down to Vegas. You know.
yeah, exactly. That's what you
Exactly.
want. I mean, you want a competitive throughout the whole season thing.
Yeah.
You know, like
It sucks whenever there's like 3 rounds left and like, oh, this guy's winning.
well,
and
yeah.
it's
Here's your first
like, here's
place. Yeah.
Villapoto. That was
Yeah.
always Villapoto. Like,
Well,
here,
can't
Villapoto
you?
won it.
Yeah, you can't blame the guy, man.
It's like, oh, well, let's look at the battle for second place. Like,
They won't even show him on the TV no more.
exactly. They're just like cutting to other things. That's when they cut to like college football or like rugby or something.
We'll be right back.
But there's also they're not doing semis anymore for the 450s.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you don't get in the heat or the LCQ, you're done.
That's
So
like
that
back in the
really-
day, though, right? That's how
Yeah.
they're going back to the basics. That's good.
And they'll get like more laps and stuff in the heats, and I think it's cool. But I mean, if you get a bad start, then you're done.
Well, but you also have more people going in though, so it's not really like you're done.
Yeah, that's true.
so-
That's true.
so
So it'll be like 9 in the heats.
I mean, you still
and
have
then 4.
22 guys going at it at the end of the day. So, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a good change. It
It's-
definitely makes for better racing.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's awesome because we have really, really, really good riders. Like this year is stacked, man. We have Eli, we have Muskin, we have Roxon's back again.
Dude, Dean Wilson,
Yes, Dean.
Jason
He was
Anderson.
exactly.
Blake Baggett,
El
like-
Hombre. Yeah, exactly, man. It's stacked. Millsaps, Barsha, all these guys that we just talked about.
Well, Millsaps is hurt right now.
Well, but still,
he will be back.
Yeah, well, just.
Yeah, and Malcolm. I mean,
That's exactly like
Chad Reed.
Yeah.
Like Chad Reed might not make the main event.
Exactly. and that's crazy to think about, like.
Nah, I think he'll find a way in somehow. If he's like he
Hey, if you
there's a
got-
couple races he was getting a little dirty and stuff, and I like that. I
Hey,
really like that.
If you gotta take someone out, you gotta take someone out, man.
And
Part of racing. If you're in, rubbing, you're in racing.
hey, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that last year? Whenever it came down to that last race, and Osborne took out Savachi like right before the finish line and won the race, and everyone was like, "Hell yeah, he won!" And then the AMA or the whatever it was, the Supercross fined him like $8,000. Like, oh, and it's like he didn't get hurt. It was in a turn. It's like.
Yeah, I mean, it's better if.
Dude, that's what I like to see. I want to see, dude. If they would have fought after that, I would have liked to see that too.
I mean, that's not really what you want to, promote over here. But
Oh man, I want to see some good fights this year. We've seen it in the past. I think it was Freeze and whoever he got involved with. They were fighting. And, I just like the fights, Like, well, I know you like the fights too. You like
I
the
do.
UFC and all that stuff.
I
so
do. I do.
Why
I
not just combine our two favorite sports, Supercross, UFC, watch them fight it out? They got helmets on, so it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm on board on that. So don't find me if you.
All right, that's all right. All right, well, let's talk about the other new thing that they're having this year, and they're doing this like those Triple Crown races. It's kind of like the same style as the East-West Shootout,
Okay.
where it's like a 3-moto format.
Okay.
So they're doing the 3 ones of those is Indy, which is actually an East-West Shootout. So we're gonna actually have 2 East-West Shootouts.
Oh, that's
which
awesome.
Is badass.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so that's really cool. I like a lot of these changes.
So so let me get this straight. So we have a race that we're gonna have East and West, a couple of races throughout the year. So we actually have more races for the 250s too. Then, huh?
Exactly.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that, and those are going to be 3 motos, just like they do. There is Anaheim 2 is actually one of these Triple Crown races where they're doing the 3.
Oh, okay. So here we go,
And
right away, huh?
They're doing the amateur race after that too. And then Atlanta, in that new stadium, they'll be doing the little Triple Crown format. So I think that'll be cool.
I'm thinking about going there just 'cause the stadium, like, we went to the last year, before they destroyed. Yeah.
Did you see the video of them
Yeah,
demolishing
yeah. It was just
that
like,
thing? No, that one van pulled up right in front of the camera, like right before it happened, and then it falls down, and the van drives away.
Oh, I didn't. It was like, oh, what are nice. What was David Copperfield? Where was he at?
They like Weather Channel set up this live stream for like it had to have been for. They probably set it up for 5 hours before it happens, just like sitting there watching the whole thing, and just like news stations are like cutting in, like, oh, it's gonna happen here, and then they cut in, like, all right, it's about to happen, boom, bus pulls right up between the camera, it falls down, bus drives away.
I did not see that,
Yeah.
but that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's really funny, but yeah, that new stadium they have is like legit.
I know. I cannot wait. Like, I want to go.
And they have a Chick-fil-A there, and since the race is on a Saturday, it'll actually be open.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, all the football fans, they don't get to enjoy the Chick-fil-A on the Sundays.
Dang.
But
you always have Thursdays and Mondays, though.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why they look for those. And the Saturdays for some of those playoff games. They might have got lucky. But they also have, like, super cheap beer, and I guess there. And
yeah, I guess they have, like, actual normal prices, not that we go and get drunk, but
But
that's what
yeah.
they say. I mean, we have to report everything. So
exactly. Well, I know one thing. I'm pretty pumped for this year.
I'm excited. I'm ready. I cannot wait for January 6th. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And it's gonna be the greatest race ever.
I think it'll be a good season for sure. Do you want to make any predictions?
For January 6th?
No, I'm saying the whole thing.
No, not yet. I don't.
Come on,
no,
throw a name out there.
I don't want to do that. I wanna. We can do a week by week though. I like that better than.
All right. Well, on the next podcast, we will get ready for A1 and we'll make some predictions.
Sounds good.
We'll let's keep track throughout the year and see how we do.
Okay. Well, do you want to put a bet on it right now, or
what?
You
said you didn't want to bet.
Well, what do you mean?
Okay, so this is like our preview show, so we would bet for the whole year.
Yeah. Well,
so you want to make a bet on someone, or you just want to pick someone?
No, not on someone, but like you said, like we'll just keep counting. Who gets the most throughout the whole year, and then at the end of the year, we'll do something.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. Maybe
Okay,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Trophy or something, or
yeah. Okay. I see where you're going with this. Okay, I like it. Okay.
Like, you ever watch The League?
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what I thought of too. I watched Horrible Bosses too today on the plane.
Yeah.
And
Those
it
are
was
pretty
hilarious.
funny, right?
It has Charlie Day in it, and but he's from Sunny in Philadelphia. But it's hilarious. It was just awesome.
Yeah. We'll figure something out for that, and we'll see how everything goes. But just want to thank everyone for listening, joining our first podcast of the MXSX Podcast.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're getting all that up going, and if you can review our podcast on iTunes, maybe give it 5 stars or whatever it is,
or 6,
10 or whatever,
17,
the
whatever,
highest rating you
can.
can.
99.
Hey, as long as you give us a really good rating, you can give us a bad review. And hey, maybe we'll even read it on
fair.
the show.
Hey, that's fair. I like that.
As long as the rating is high.
Like a bad tweets type thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
where can they find us on?
So you can find us at MXSX Podcast. Wow, we couldn't have picked a better name. MXSX.
Wait, we put it in the hat, okay? And that's what came out.
And I think the website should be live too. It is MXSXpodcast.com.
Okay. So they can find us at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook under that name.
Yep. Tweet us any of your questions, and we will see you guys next week. And until then,
remember, Adam, Claudio.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Have a good night.